The story of America. A long, long time ago, a land across the sea was ruled by a king named King George III. He made many rules for the people, and sometimes the people felt like they couldn't be themselves. They longed for a new place where they could be free to grow. So, many people from many different places packed their bags and their dreams. They got on big sailing ships and crossed the wide blue Atlantic Ocean, all hoping for a new and better life. King George III watched them go from his castle. He thought they were still his people, and he wanted them to follow his rules, even in their new home. He sent his soldiers and his rules after them. After a long journey, the people arrived in a beautiful new land. It was wild and full of tall trees, winding rivers, and big mountains. They called this new home America. The people built new towns and farms. But King George III still wanted to be in charge. He sent his tax collectors to ask for money for things like tea and paper. The people felt this was unfair. The people gathered to talk about what to do. A man named Thomas Jefferson had a big idea. He said they should write a special letter to the king, telling him they wanted to be free. This letter was called the Declaration of Independence. King George III was not happy. He sent his army to make the people follow his rules again. But the people were brave. A great leader named George Washington helped them stand together. The people fought with all their courage for their freedom. They were not fighting for land or money, but for the right to choose their own way. And their courage was stronger than the king's army. When they were finally free, they had to decide how to live together. They all talked and listened to each other. They wrote a new book of rules for themselves called the Constitution, so everyone would be treated fairly. And that is how the United States of America was born. A place where people are free to dream, to grow, and to choose their own path. A land built on courage and the promise of a new beginning.